All right, we're back. Back on Triton. We're still on Triton, right?
Yep, still on Triton.
And we've managed to make it a whole day without an attack. Okay, the guns are off.
Okay.
The light is blinking. So everyone knows some annoying shit is going down.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this apparently is going to make it. What the hell? We have a fire on the rover.
On the rover?
Yeah.
On the Hercules?
Yeah, on the cool runnings it has a fire.
There has been one on the back, on the left hydrogen engine in the back.
Yeah,
the
I
upper
just now have been able to see it.
Yeah, it's been going for a couple of days. Haven't had time to go fix it. Sorry.
I just saw it. I just saw it. It's been burning for days. We just figured, hey, if you weren't bothered by it, why should we? Like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, that's
Holy cow.
it's like it's one of those, I ought to go take care of that thing.
Why, I wish somebody would have said something to me. I would have gone and done it. It's like, holy cow. We got to keep this thing alive. This is our ticket. I don't know where it's our ticket to, but it's our ticket.
It's a golden ticket. If I got a golden ticket.
Hey. All right. We got some railing damage up here. Somebody might have slipped and fallen. Get goddamn OSHA on our ocean inspector's ass. John will be all kinds of pissed. John, you're our ocean officer, by safety officer. We appointed you that because you went to the 2-hour class. Because that's all it takes to become an OSHA safety inspector at this plant. Oh my God. Do you know how much money you could make as a friggin' OSHA expert witness? I mean, there's money in that. Go take the 30-hour OSHA class. All right. Okay, I'm rubber banding back to the tires. Unlock, up, forward. Nope. Can somebody come over and take Annie off the docks for me?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And be careful when you tap it, because whoever built it was like, this ceiling is not high enough. I'm going to smack into it to make it bigger. It's got a little bit of lift.
Oh yeah, it's a lifter. What do you expect?
You to park it outside, not in here in a tight roofed cave.
Do we park anything outside?
Okay.
Just stuff we want to get destroyed overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wait, got some.
Military mining outpost just appeared 13 kilometers away. If we had those 5 or 6 ready line fighters, if we had a ready line to even put them on. John, can you hop out now, or is it not flyable?
I'm sorry.
Can you hop out, or is it not flyable?
Oh no, it's off the thing. It's
Yeah, but I can't get in it until you get out.
yeah, that probably makes a difference. So, this is one strange look. It's like a straight wall going all the way across the garage here at an angle.
Oh, is it a graphics glitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one earlier today that it was like there was like a dome or a ball inside. You could walk right through it, but it was like you couldn't see through it. Once you got on the other side, you were okay, but getting through it was like,
The mountain's not over top of us anymore, in my view.
Hmm.
I might not be able to lift this thing off the ground. Let me see if it's locked to the deck itself. All right, that's gone. That one's gone. All right, let's see if we can lift. Okay, the Annie was able to lift, but she's not able to lift well. One Arrowhead Mark III apparently is a little bit much for her. But it could be because of all the damage she has on her. Did something just shoot at me? Okay, either we blew a fuse or something just shot at me coming around the base. Watch Annie take a nosedive into the grinder pit. Just hey, I heard you guys talking about the grinder pit button.
Yeah.
Did the grinders get left on?
I didn't turn them off. John, did you?
The lights.
No, the grinders.
Yeah, they were off early. Oh man.
Yeah, can somebody make sure they're on? Because I can't tell from here.
I'm coming. Nope, they're off.
Yeah, if you could turn them on. Yeah.
They're on. There's safety lights.
You know, I wanted one, and what's his name was Scott. He was like, "Yeah, we don't need that." I was like, "Whatever." Okay, that went badly. Can you turn them off? Because now I got to grab this thing again.
Okay, they're off.
Okay. All right, let me grab this again. Yeah, I think something shot at me as I came around the corner.
I'm not surprised the signal's showing on that ship. Oh, maybe that's one. That's one through the mountains. Never mind.
Beast, you back?
I am.
Welcome back. All right.
Lovely and with
All right, can you turn them on?
Yeah.
what we're doing here? Oh, dropping ships into the grinder pit. Yay!
Oh.
Let
I
go
think
quickly before you
I
grind
think you might have
yourself up.
lost a piece.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes. Let me get this other one before we bring this back into the shop. Because it's already... yeah, I lost... Oh, no, I got the 2 landing gears.
Huh. I would have thought the grinders would have got that one, but it's not touching it.
This is... Do you have a
Seems
blueprint
to
for this,
talk
Annie?
about-
No, I don't.
Let's see if we can get this thing under any
Steam
Resemblance of stable flight.
decided to take 1,381 screenshots.
All right. We should be a little more stable. John, are you in the grinder pit?
Yeah, that centerpiece here isn't collapsing in. I just wanted to fold it over.
All right, because I didn't want
Okay, I'm turning it back on right now.
to. All right.
Yeah, stuff will fall in between the grinders and it doesn't get them.
Yep.
Everything.
Well, we
I
can
put
we can
the
change the
bottom.
floor to.
Yeah, I put in some bottom plates to keep it from falling through the bottom.
But it just sits down underneath the grinders then, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's actually a pretty long piece laying there. The only other thing we can do maybe is put in some half blocks facing up. I'm gonna try that next. That'll keep it up a little bit. You coming down? Yeah.
Trying to.
Get out of the way. I don't have a hard hat on.
Yeah, good thing I moved. That shuttle would that miner would have just rammed right into me.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like you're on. Yeah, it's grounded.
Yeah, how much longer can I go though before I got to release?
The gravity will pull it down. I just go ahead and release it.
All right, that was way better than doing that ourselves with the friggin'.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
Is there any other junk out here I can pick up before I go park this back in?
Maybe on the other side. Is that where you got these from?
Yeah, they were just to the left of the entrance, or the nose of the cool runnings. Not seeing anything that's that huge of a piece.
Nope. There's that curtain again.
Check up on the roof. I guess that's big enough. This is just steel. Everything up here of value on the roof is all broken in small pieces. There's a couple of big pieces, but they're just steel only. I guess I'll grab this one and come back in.
Nope.
Yeah, we don't spend a lot of time up here on the roof. Looks like the drills are off. Oh, you were walking around in there. Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to clean out some of the debris. Okay, it's on.
Yeah, and it's grabbing that in pieces. We really should just leave. I mean, Scotty had suggested it. I thought it was kind of stupid, but it's probably better that we do leave the drills on all the time because any debris that happens to land near it will get ground up. We need to get some lights on this thing.
Need to clean out that stuff and maybe put another block in there.
Crowbar, thanks for the use of your ship.
Well, you're welcome.
It needs some work.
You're going to fix it, right?
I'm not going to say that the work it needs is related to any of us using it. Or John flying up into the ceiling, but I mean, I wouldn't mention names. No, I mean, it needs some modifications, sort of. It would be nice to have a set of lights on it. And if you could increase the speed by making it a flashy red color or some other color that it signifies speed. Yeah, it definitely has up. Is there a way to make that a button on the button bar so that up is limited unless you press it as an override? Because for day-to-day travel, that's an awful lot of chance for somebody to... We live in a cave. You know, it might be... well, there you go, 86% battery. So it did good on battery for picking up those 3 pieces.
It should. It's got 8 batteries on it.
Well, for lifting, it certainly did a good job. We didn't have a lot to lift, but I mean, that was way quicker than doing it by hand. Does anyone know how to get what to do with Welder 13 here?
Welder 13.
Well, he called the name of this thing 13.
Ah.
So I just put Welder in front of it. You know, if I could find an audio recording of him fucking laughing at when he literally just copied the design that I built on the runway. Oh no, he put grinders on the front. It's just... All right, so UG 1 is full. UG 3 is almost full. Hug 5's almost full of ice. So they just announced that the sophomore cotillion is allowed to run. It's a pretty big deal.
Oh, that'd be.
All right, is 3 tanks of hydrogen enough, or do we need a 4th?
I haven't really used that much of it, so I'd say we're probably got enough.
How many bottles can we fill with that? Whole shit ton, huh? Or
Yeah, I would
grunge
assume.
ton.
I would assume a lot. How big is a bottle?
Like 250.
The bottle holds 120 liters.
120. Oh, okay.
Okay, and this thing is holding on to
15 million.
yeah. So I mean, I don't want to be. I don't have to pull up my calculator for this, but
It's a
you know,
whole bunch. Yeah, it's a big load.
let's say 100,000. 125,000.
You know, 125 million.
No, 125,000. Because each bottle is 120.
Oh,
So
okay.
add 2 zeros, or add 1 zero, multiply by 2. That'll get you to 250. It's 15 million liters, correct?
Right.
Okay, divided by 120 per bottle, 125,000. Because we multiply by 10,
Yep.
multiply by 2,
Yep. You're right.
multiply by 1.
I'm putting my decimal place in the wrong place.
Well, that's not a good thing to do if you're married to a math teacher.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go put the guns back on. I say that because I was like, I didn't even notice the lights weren't blinking. or were like it just had like no effect. Apparently that blink isn't enough. Okay, blinking's turned off. Guns are turned on. So we only need to do that if we're taking out a lifter to pick up large size. And how are you doing here, miss?
Somebody dropped a big chunk of ice over here.
It probably came out of one of those arrowheads because some of them did have ice in them.
This is inside the base.
Oh, probably came out of one.
Could have been the ice that shot across when we were trying to do the repairs and the thing fired out and killed me.
Ice bullet.
All right, so two things we need on this board over here, John, are why the hell does it say booting up? We need to know the gun status. Oh, I gotta put a second screen on top of this one. Crowbar, did you figure out where I hid the antenna?
No,
Seriously?
haven't been looking for it. Tell you the truth.
See? It's hidden in plain sight.
Then leave it where it is. Oh, you know, we're missing 3 wheels on the big rover. All but the front one is here. We're missing.
What happened?
I don't know. They just disappeared.
Well, I'll come over there and check them myself before you do repairs. Let's get somebody else to, in case it's some laggy thing,
Yeah. That sounds like
because
a good idea.
that thing just bounces constantly, and I wouldn't place it past the game that there's just... Oh, so I'm diving off to Captain Dan. I never finished that story, did I?
No.
So I'm diving off to Captain Dan, and my mask is broke. And the Captain Dan is a wreck that you dive at 100 and... Well, depending upon the weather and sea conditions, it's 100 to 135 foot down depth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at the point where it's the end of recreational diving, and you've got to be like nitrox or other level of diving. Plus, it's a wreck, so you can't go in it. You shouldn't. Well, I mean, you could if you're a stupid diver, but without being trained.
Mm-hmm.
And half of the training is really just going down and getting scared and have somebody next to you so you don't freak out. And then, so my mask is broke, and the water's flooding in on my face, which when you're diving is no big deal because I mean, you can scuba dive without a mask. It's part of the. Have you ever scuba dove?
Yeah, once or twice.
And what'd you think? One of the best hobby activities in the world? I don't want to persuade you with the story here, but...
Well, my mom and dad and my sister were all scuba divers, but my brother and I never got into it, so...
Well, I got trained up to being a PADI dive master. I had started to do the instruction program,
Right.
but
Oh, you and
it,
Jeff should talk about that.
huh?
You and Jeff should talk about that because he's a diver too.
Really?
Yes.
I could talk to him if he would ever stop in Jersey or Pennsylvania, get out of his truck and say, "Hey, I'm in the neighborhood." But
Yeah.
you
He
know,
doesn't do that. Yeah.
he ain't done that. So my mask is flooded, and I'm doing the proper procedure to clean out my mask, and it just keeps flooding. So I wind up taking a seat on the sand. So now I'm there with this guy who became friends with, who was also the dive instructor, and him and the other guy I was friends with winded up buying the dive shop that we went out of and stuff. And
Mhm.
he's sitting there just watching me the whole time. And I'm making the signals like, look, my mask is flooded, and giving him the hold on, pause, and all that. And we're sitting there, and eventually he just gives me the signal like, let's go. We're heading up, because kind of the dive was ruined at that point. Because I mean, I had a, you know, I mean, yeah, we could have, but it's not safe, and we live there in Fort Lauderdale. What's your point? You can go diving again later. So we get up on the boat, and he asked me, so what happened? And I said, my mask is broke. We're gonna, when we get back to the shop, let's check it out. And he goes, your mask wasn't broke at all. And I said, yes, it was. I could see and feel on my face the water trickling up across my cheek and my nose and up over my eyes as my mask flooded each time, and then I vented it out to flush out the water. And that was my first and only narc hit while diving.
Mm.
And we started this conversation the other day because we were talking about, paint meds or alcohol or delusions? Something that got onto the subject of narc hits and stuff. But that's like, it's amazing how your body can just, fool you. I'm in charge here. It's my body. I'll tell you what to do. No, it'll tell you. Okay, so the panels are up for all the PAM ships to give you the status on all of them. I know it was a request everyone was waiting for. You didn't ask for it, and you got it. And I may have to go pull a roast out of the oven. I will be right back.
Okay.
You back? All right.
Grinder pit is ready. I don't
It's-
think it won't fall through the cracks now anyway.
It's got the JM seal of approval.
Yeah. Whether the grinders will still reach the stuff, that I don't know.
Yeah, well,
But at least it's they're not elite grinders, so what can you say? You know, I put in these catwalks here to make it look good, but they're kind of in the way.
hmm.
Can't put nameplates on the top row of and I guess that doesn't really.
All right, I'm back. Roast moved. Bum, bum, bum.
See, that one would be perfect there. I got to figure out a different way than this.
This thing is so beat up. We have an Ember defense installation 8 kilometers. There's an arrowhead on the roof now. I was just freaking up there.
I didn't hear the guns going off. Huh.
Yeah, let me go check it. Oh, it's a fresh kill. Oh, no, this is the shit I said I was going to pick up by hand. I'm sorry. I just didn't notice it had a beacon. Yeah, the other piece was up here buried in the snow. I would think, though, it's still a fresh kill. So when are we going to venture out and go find the other outposts?
We have one 13 kilometers.
That's Space Pirates. And I don't think they're 13. They're
No, that's a military.
they're
one.
10 kilometers. Yeah, Space Police, I think you're thinking of something different. I'm talking about an actual outpost where we can go to pick up mission supplies.
One of them outposts.
A safe zone outpost.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the best way to describe it, a safe zone outpost. That is a parachute. I just spotted the parachute on the night sky over there. That was kind of cool. Rainbow grinder.
Hmm.
And a bag of fertilizer.
Oh, what the hell just happened? Oh, you got a back entrance, eh?
Yeah.
Cool. Look at this place. Holy cow. There's even a lower deck.
All right.
You done?
Yeah, I just naming mine.
Okay. Of course you are. Where'd you go?
Out the back door.
Yeah,
Did you
come
see
on
the?
out.
Did you
Oh,
check the front? Oh, you've already been in there.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen your Charlie picture. Huh. Well, does this one look familiar?
I lost you. There you are. Jeff just tried to call me.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
This was the one that somebody was complaining about.
So that was off of senior server.
Yeah.
I keep
Yeah.
looking for it. It doesn't pop up for me anymore.
Hmm. Yeah, I should re-blueprint this as the Joni 2. And I mean, if we're going to use it. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Space Beast just left.
Oh, did he?
Well, he left Discord. He didn't say he was going, though.
He usually says goodnight, but it is 11 o'clock his time.
Yep. You in game, Jim?
Yeah, I'm up on the roof of the building grinding stuff down.
Okay. Well, when you get a chance, why don't you come over by the small shipyard
Hmm.
and take a look at this little fighter I put together here.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'm just trying to get the last of the uranium over here.
I mean, it may not be practical. I designed this thing way before we ever had any combat problems.
So this machine we want as a sapper, it's going to be a rover or
Well, it has, I would say, I thought Rover, like a small Jeep, and Crowbar brought up the fact that it's going to have a hard time drilling its path in front of it. And we said, all right, well, then a flyer. So we need a flyer with a drill on it that can drill its own way. And then it needs, in fact, just some battery and storage space so that we have a place to put out a loadout gear, for when people die, they can replace their stuff easily.
yeah. Okay.
And a place to get power and, a chair to sit down and get the benefit of food.
Hello.
That was one health. That was a close one. That was way too close.
I just got home. I'm going to go say hi, see how she's doing. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
You old charmer, you.
Ouch. What was that? Something crash?
I don't know. I have the game sound off.
Yeah, I heard a big explosion.
I mean, I'm just clearing stuff up on the roof. It's funny that you say something crashed because a piece just fell, and I was wondering where it came from.
It actually sounded like the 100 HE100 firing.
Let's see. I guess
Okay. Oh, and did my batteries die? Man.
there's a missile ship 2.4 kilometers. But it is not closing.
God dog it. Yeah, I let this thing sit here and the batteries died.
Okay, I'm back.
She was like, yeah, I know what your moves are for 30 years. Get out of here. Go back to your friends. That's what I get told.
All right, let that go for a few minutes. So this stuff.
All right, I ground down a couple ships, brought back a little bit of uranium, a couple hundred pieces, a bunch of parts. Oh, we got some 25. I forgot that. I should check the cockpits before I grind them up because I'm not going to see tools and stuff to be able to loot those. We currently have 2 viewers, by the way. Viewers, if you have any questions, comments, any suggestions, feel free to chime in. You're most welcome to. All right, I'm heading back to the. There's nothing on the printer. Over here on the deck, the red thing.
Yeah, the orange thing.
Yeah, I was watching you while you were building it.
Okay. Comments?
Well, you're gonna have to make sure you stay out of range.
How did they do that?
Is this remote controlled? Is this a drone? Because you have an antenna on it, not a beacon.
It has
A
both.
beacon. I'm sorry, beacon on the bottom. Sorry, yeah. Are you using this for remote control?
What's remote control?
It's where you control it like remote control. You take control of it and fly it remotely, and then you're never in danger.
Nope.
Okay, we currently have 171,000 steel plates on hand. So let's do some ciphering here. Per block, we need 150. So we can do 1,100 blocks. If the blocks are 10 across, which they're more than that, but let's go with 20 across. So we could do 50 columns or 50 rows of 20 in a column. So if you figured 50, you would get pretty close from the LCD screens to the last section of the tail hook and the anchor piston on the cool runnings. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of the runway that could get this Sally port that get closed off today. But yeah, I think we'll see a little bit of performance, better improvements once this is all filled in. But then again, who knows? I would hope we see a performance benefit. Corbar, have you given any thought to the cardigan bay?
The one that's up on the hill waiting for us.
Yeah.
I thought we were taking hydrogen engines up there and
Yeah. I just
down.
can't see. I can't see how we could do it with lifting. It's huge. I mean, part of the reason it's on the ground is because it crashed because it couldn't lift itself.
Yep, I agree.
So if we take up, do we have something that's got a good amount of inventory to it besides Shuttle 1041 over there?
Well, let's see. The Tory miner has 2 large cargo containers on it. The Quadzilla has 2 large cargo containers on it.
Well, okay. What kind of engines are we going to put on it to bring it back? Hydrogen or
It's already got atmospherics on it.
But then how are we going to get enough batteries up there? So then we're carrying batteries to repower it and charge it?
Well, if we put hydrogen on it, it's got a hydrogen tanks full of hydrogen, right?
Yeah, which we don't need down here.
Right.
But if we take up, uranium to power the reactors, to power the engines, we'd be burning up uranium.
Well, let's see. Well, if we take one ship up there and start cutting it up into liftable pieces,
Bite-sized chunks?
yeah, we can take all of the stuff that we get while we're grinding and cutting and put it in a ship to bring back down. And then the small bite-sized pieces we can lift and carry, bring over and drop in the grinder pit and get rid of them that way. It's going to be quite a logistics operation, but I think it can be done.
This is the thing people don't think about when they're screaming, "Hey, it's within 2 kilometers. Let's go get it." Okay. Okay, Mr. Eagle, you now have a giant salmon in your talons. What next? I don't know. What next? You're going to drown.
You're not going up in the air, you're going down in the water.
That was one of the first videos I ever watched on technically the internet.
What's that?
Well, I mean, separate from like BBS days and dial-up, America Online and CompuServe, and way after that, like in the 90s, on an actual, like the internet, was sitting at work one day and people doing something, whatever, and I was like, hey, let's pull up an interesting video. Here you go. Eagle, salmon, death. Because it's just a sort of death you don't even think about, The majestic eagle killed by a fish.
His eyes were too big for his wings.
Okay.
Hey, hey, hey. What's with this fancy shit? I thought this was a third-rate monkey outfit.
Can't get that one. Why is that one not popping up? Guess there's nothing there. Probably because of the wheel. Half slope, heavy armor block.
Hmm.
Should be in there.
All right. I'm going to get ready for a call. I have a little bit of time. I'm going to be around for a little bit. If we can come up